We're coming out of hyperspace. Everyone up front.
There's the fleet. I hope you're right about this.
Look on the bright side. They open fire, and we'll be breaking the galactic record for going from zero to space dust.
Battle stations?
They try anything, we're gonna get real up close and personal.
I like it.
Probably a good idea. Even if they don't shoot us down, handing us over to the Republic would probably help deflect the flak they've been getting.
That ain't gonna happen.
Doesn't mean they won't try. Hailing, they're transmitting a flight path. We're to dock in Hangar 8.
Hail them again. I want to know what this is about.
Not getting any response.
Target lock.
And tractor beamed again.
Guess we're talking on their terms.
I'll show them who's calling the shots here. You better have a good reason for this.
I've been ordered to bring you before my lord, Darth Tormund. Submit to search and seizure and come quietly.
You think taking my blaster's gonna make a difference?
What? Spare me your insolence. Alien filth has no right to question Imperial protocol. You will not be allowed before a Lord of the Sith armed. You will comply, willingly or by force.
Anyone still around by the time the lieutenant here hits the ground joins him.
Seize this scum! Cowards! You'll all be court-martialed! What are you waiting for? You won't get away with this!
Quite a pile we stacked up.
So, do we make a run for it?
I'm sending this ship down in flames.
I know better than to argue.
Torian, secure the hangar and be ready for further instructions.
Understood. Koyashi.
I see you've disposed of your escort.
What gave it away?
Choose your words as if your life depends on them pleasing me. Today, Corellia's leadership swore allegiance to the Sith Empire. Despite total occupation, the people openly rebel. What should have been a bloodless victory has escalated into full-scale war. The Treaty of Coruscant is no more. I want the Supreme Chancellor's head in my hand when I deliver victory to the Dark Council. You will provide it.
What makes you think I'm gonna work for you?
Refusal would be unwise. If wealth and acclaim are not enough incentive, perhaps revenge will motivate you. You have made an enemy in the Supreme Chancellor's closest advisor. Do what I ask and you will have your opportunity for vengeance.
The sooner I get to break that Jedi's face, the better.
So long as our enemies remain on Coruscant, they are beyond even your reach. But Jun Seros will not be difficult to draw out. Getting to him will put you within striking distance of the Supreme Chancellor. Corellia is where we will put them down. There are obstacles that must be removed before we can act. You will remove them.
I'm afraid I don't deal with obstacles.
Some old enemies from the last war have re-emerged. A Republic privateer made famous assisting Hylo Vise break the Mandalorians' blockade. And a Coati noblewoman credited with orchestrating numerous successful uprisings on Imperial-occupied worlds.
Consider them dealt with.
This star chart shows the last destination of your first target. Make it his final. My subordinates will brief you upon arrival.
Torian, you can stand down. I'll brief you when I get back.
I'll stand down when I see you if it's the same to you.
Mako, run this data.
Alright, just one sec. Okay, I've updated our astrogation computer. This is a pretty obscure system.
Mamba o wasasuga kumanagaliaso?
Thanks, Blaze. I think I've got it. Last I'd heard, Belsavis wasn't even worth colonizing. The Imperials have it designated as a Republic prison world, though.
Poke around. I'm not in any hurry to visit yet.
I'll see what I can dig up, but I'm not optimistic.
Thanks. Your advice earlier about Mako helped.
You're welcome.
You're a good friend. Got a good crew.
Good to have you with us.
Glad to be here. Haven't been part of a company since Ariadu. Missed it, I guess.
You can stick with us from now on.
Good to know. Gotta have someone watching your six. Wonder what Clan Ordo's doing now.
Notice anything different?
You should lay off the junk food.
And they said the stuff was slimming. Just acquired some nice form-fitting blast armor. Thought I'd see if it would stand up to a trained eye. Apparently so, if your observation is any indication.
Be happy to see if it stands up to my blaster.
I can always count on you to keep my welfare in mind. Since I'm still putting myself in harm's way, I decided to make a little investment in my well-being. Been stocking up on interesting tidbits at every port we've hit. From here on, I'm ready for anything.
Los Nojitama Patisa. Mo Guduli Ompi Bedwana, Nipopo Chopauma.
My job's pretty simple when it comes down to it. I'm a bounty hunter. I track down individuals nobody else can find.
Wafumare to Poto Dwana, Wanki Wapata, ya Tuka Luka. Chaponko Mangisa, Chopod I Kafuan Chawa.
Don't compare me to your garbage-picking friends.
Tahusula, Kihe Shatang, Kuka Duina Bana. Tanta Zuza, Chaskapakuta, Kiskata Wata. Mo Kilamo Klunki, Yat, and Bumpa Borsuda.
I thought Aor was responsible for you getting chased off.
Whipanega Tweepy, Hey, Bokatonko, Wana Wanga. Tunta Zuza Nerko, Hikataloya, Okata Uzazul. For how to pull your is, Givoto, Segoto Whoopie Whoopie.
What is it they say about curiosity again? Does it involve lavish paid vacations? Maybe Trandoshani flatcakes? So, I may have gone back into the SIS computers. Just a little.
SIS probably won't mind at all then. Seem like real understanding guys.
Sure. I mean, what could go wrong? Remember how I said I found birth certificates from my family? A dozen of them? Well, I found out that 10 of them also have death certificates.
Sounds like SIS is doing some cleanup.
Cleanup? Like they were all dirt someone tracked in? I guess it's just me and Coral now. Well, on that cheery note, let's move on, huh?
Lieutenant Hall, Imperial Intelligence. I have orders to act as your liaison. I've prepared a briefing should you require it.
Hit the high points, quickly.
Your target is Zale Barrows, ace pilot, and daring as they come. His vessel was observed landing on Belsavis before our forces invaded. We believe he is still inside the Republic prison facility on the surface. Our landers can insert you into the Republic fortifications relatively near the last known location of Barrows' vessel.
Those Republic dogs are as good as dead.
We have already disrupted the Republic's ability to maintain control of their captives. The biggest threat to you will likely be the prisoners themselves. It will be absolute pandemonium planetside. This is my direct holo frequency. I am on call should you need me.
Secret prison fortress? Absolute pandemonium? How bad could it be?
What is it, Torian? I just landed.
Been talking to Horn. He's eager to make a good impression. Got him to give up intel taken from the Republic's operation. Made some connections. A lot of convicts have unclaimed bounties. Put together a list.
This is gonna be a bantha shoot.
No fun in that. Needs the small time. Leaves a hit list from the exchange. Some gang pulled a major heist. Bounties for the lot. Last thing. Save your carbonite. Nobody's wanted alive.
Sounds like Loverboy's coming back. Ain't you gonna welcome him home? Hey, Zale! I like your plaything. Maybe I'll keep her a while. You ain't Zale?
Yikes.
Tell me where he's hiding, or I'm gonna crush Girly here like a bug.
I'm not with Zale, so how about you settle down before anyone has to get hurt?
Trying to play dumb? Cute. Ain't gonna work. If killing Zale's little girlfriend don't get you talking, bet I can come up with something that will.
Give me one reason why I shouldn't paint you both all over the walls and ceiling.
Huh. You really ain't with Zale. Lucky day, Girly. You're still the only one left to rat him out.
You can just shoot me. I'm not telling you anything.
Cooperate, and I'll get you out of this alive.
I'm not stupid. I'm dead. Zale, why'd you have to play the hero? I wanted to leave when the first siren sounded. Zale insisted we stay to help evacuate if things got too bad. Too bad. Understatement of the year.
Should have run while you had the chance.
No good deed goes unpunished, right? Once the central power plant failed, we were trapped like everyone else. Zale stormed off after some argument with a warden, said he had unfinished business. He took M30B to get the central power plant back online, said not to wait for him. That's all I know.
I can work with that. Find yourself a better hiding spot.
I can go?
You ain't going nowhere, Girly. And your boy's gonna hear all about how you died before I kill him.
I said she can leave.
And I said she ain't walking out of here.
Last chance. Let her go.
Lucky I ain't got time to peel you out of that can. Run, Girly. But when I find you, I'm gonna see how much you can scream before your lungs go.
She was lucky we showed up when we did. I don't want to know what that creep had in store for her.
Cut it a little close there, Em.
Nice try, but you... I'd kinda hoped the first time I met you, it'd be captaining your one-way trip to lockup.
Looks like it's the other way around.
Sorry, chum. Don't have time for a trip right now. Work troubles, you know how it is.
This guy's got one answer to everything.
Friend of yours? Hate to disappoint, but even your thick skull won't break through this force field.
What are you standing around for? Let's blast this place to pieces!
How about I start with you, loudmouth?
Yeah? Give me your best shot. You wanna gut this twerp? Go blast the stupid generators! Soon as this field drops, me and Zale are gonna get reacquainted.
Whatever makes you happy.
I'll be right here, waiting. Dirty run!
You let him get away, didn't you?
It ain't my fault. The rats scurried down this little hole while you were taking a sweet time wrecking the place! Tin Can wouldn't give up where he was going. Guess I broke it.
You can't beat answers out of a droid, moron.
Morons what I call runty bounty hunters dumb enough to pick fights! I got an idea how to keep this heap talking. There's lots more junk like this thing walking around keeping the runts in line. They get built at a plant deeper in. Bet there's parts to hotwire this trash and shock some answers out of it.
If this is a dead end, you're taking a one-way trip.
I ain't taking the trip yet. Place is inside Max lockup. Ain't getting in there without some major boom-booms. I only got this dinky piece. You blast the place up. I'll haul this junk over and grab us a couple of tech heads on the way. Deal?
I suppose I can do that.
Come on, come on. Got you right where we want you now.
Thought I smelled something burning. Found us a couple volunteers.
You can't be serious. You want us to try and fix this? There's hardly anything here worth salvaging.
I'll give you that one. I only need to get inside its head. Find me something telling me where this man is going.
I think we can handle that. Dean, grab a diagnostic pad and a hollow emitter. This might take a little while.
Done all we can. If the Imperials want those prisoners, they'll have to crack them out of the tomb. It's out of our hands now.
You can evacuate, Warden, but I spent too many years putting those fiends away to let it all be for nothing. Come on, Em. We're heading to the tomb.
What's this tomb they're talking about?
I didn't bust all the way out of Max to miss my shot at that twerp.
If the Empire has a plan for getting in the tomb, I know someone who can clue us in. My target's last known destination is something the locals are calling the tomb. What can you tell me?
Unfortunately, everything we know about the tomb comes from the Republic's limited records. It appears that most of the interaction the Republic had was with the tomb's custodial droids, and only samples were normally allowed to enter.
What do you mean by samples?
Best guess, life forms, based on the contents of the vaults thus far. For what purpose? Your guess is as good as mine. We do know the Republic turned their Imperial prisoners over to the tomb's custodians to prevent their recovery. All of our efforts are focused on regaining entry.
Put me in touch with your officer on the ground.
Commander Grang is in charge of gaining re-entry to the tomb. He'll be able to give you the current situation. However you'll get through, if you can reach these coordinates, contact me. I'll bring you up to speed on any discoveries.
I'm coming along. I ain't been waiting this long for someone else to have the pleasure of killing Zale. You get me that twerp, I show you where the law hides all the contraband on this rock. Deal?
You should let your money do the talking more often.
Don't push it. A friend takes a hike too, in case you're thinking you can pull something.
What? No way.
I'm not worried.
Why do I get the feeling that you two working together is gonna be trouble?
Horn, I'm in position. What have you got for me?
Analysis of data from the custodians is coming slowly, but I believe we found a solid lead. The bulk of the samples taken recently appear to have been interred in a vault we are designating Block 44. The majority of the Imperial prisoners have likely been taken there, making it the probable destination for your target.
I don't like working with most likely, Lieutenant.
My apologies. Deciphering the data is proving difficult. It's the best we have to work with. It's your call. These are Block 44's coordinates if you decide to pursue it as a lead. If Barrows is sighted elsewhere, you'll be the first to know. Horn out.
How did you... You are good. Nobody shoot. Truce. Look, we could settle our differences, but not right here. I have to stop the Empire.
I'm not buying whatever it is you're selling.
We've got you outgunned. If you want to fight, I can give it to you. You help us foil their rescue, permanently. And I'll go quietly.
You'll go quietly when you're dead.
I thought you might say something like that. Fan out!
You're mine now, runt!
I was so close. So close!
I would know who you are and how it is you came to our rescue.
I would know who you are and how you came to be in my face.
Andreas Thos, leader of Operations Group 1. You will address me as my lord. You're obviously not with the Republic. I assume the Empire was able to break through the alien filth. Have our forces been able to free the Dread Masters?
You tell me. It was your assignment.
Who are you to question me? Our groups were split up, decimated, and cut off from outside reinforcement. The operation stood no chance of success. Freeing these prisoners would at least give us a fighting chance.
Save your excuses for your commander. I'm sure he'll be real interested.
You've wasted enough of my time. Finish your business and stay out of my way.
Been thinking about this since you dumped me on this rock, Saley boy. Got it all worked out how you're gonna go.
Aren't you gonna do something? You came here for me. What about your bounty?
Never said I had to take you alive.
No. Please, no. No!
Corpse is yours. I got all the fun I'm gonna out of it.
You're too kind.
You ain't so bad for a runt. You got style. I figured joining up with you's my best shot of getting off of this rock. What you say? I'll kill for you.
I always wanted my own attack dog.
Real funny. Let's get the stash I was talking about and blow this joint. There. Watch my back. Grab everything. Let's go. snow. Shit, get out. Oh.
You here to take Barrows off my hands?
I noted your return. I figured it was safe to assume you were successful, given your reputation. I prepared a report of your success for Darth Tormund. I have your compensation right here.
I think I'm due a little something extra.
I'm afraid Darth Tormund has absolute authority on the matter. However, I could probably procure something with a little time. Is there anything in particular?
Credits are my preference.
I'm sure there are some funds I can reallocate without much fuss. Just be sure to mention me favorably to my superiors. I must return to my duties. Again, a pleasure.
Everybody front and center.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's that creep doing here?
What's the matter, Curly? Scared?
Keep the squabbling to yourselves. I suggest everyone get acquainted.
Name's Skaggs. Don't forget it.
Whatever, creep.
This thing begging for a treat?
Skaggs. Don't you worry, I've got it committed to memory.
Are we done?
Tormund still has a target for us to deal with.
You've been a busy boy. Too busy. You should spend more time with your loved ones before they're gone. I'm extending you an invitation. An opportunity to appreciate what you have before you lose it. But if the boy's less close to you than we thought, it really doesn't matter. There'll be plenty of other opportunities for us to meet. If you want a chance to say goodbye, come to Hoth. We won't wait long.
Torian, we've got to save him.
Your boyfriend's gonna be just fine.
I can't lose anyone else. I just can't. So what are we gonna do?
I plan to make an example out of these scumbags.
You're finally saying something interesting.
I was starting to think we'd have to finish without you.
Buddy, you've got no idea what you just got yourself into.
You don't say. Why don't you come a little closer and explain it to me?
Ambush, run!
You aren't saying anything your friend doesn't already know. You know, Grand Champion, you got talent. The Overseers would have scouted you eventually. We could have helped you make a real mark on the galaxy. Now you'll have to settle for your gaudy title and the price on your head.
Better than the mark you're about to make in the snow.
Cocky and brutal. Just what I'd expect from Mandalorian scum. Bounty hunting isn't a game, whatever the Mandalorians think. It's serious business, with serious consequences. Consequences you're about to become intimately familiar with.
Torian, you're okay. Oh, stars, am I glad you're okay.
Sorry. Shouldn't have let this happen. I owe you. Again. My turn to be bait, I guess.
Maybe, but I was still the one getting shot at.
Never said I was good at it.
Hey, one of these creeps is still alive and kicking.
How? This should have been total overkill.
Buddy, I'll show you overkill.
It was just a job. The Overseer says kill, I kill. You know how it is. I don't get a say. I want out. I don't care how good the money is. It's not worth it.
It's too late for regrets.
Finished?
You know, I was actually starting to miss you. Mako, get back and pull together some data for our next target.
Got it. Be careful, you two.
Ever eaten Mandalorian food? At your adoption, maybe?
How would I tell if it were Mando cooking?
If your sinuses got burned, it was probably Mandalorian. Edicles, nose burn. That's how you know it's good. Thought I'd put something together next chance I got. Interested?
If I say yes, am I gonna regret it?
It probably won't hurt you much. Think of it as a challenge. Let you know next time I'm headed to the galley. Never thanked you, not making a big deal over me taking off. Good to see my brothers are still alive. Cordan owes me 50 credits.
Never leave a debt, Torian.
He's good for it. Been meaning to ask something. Mandalore tell you the race Ulnare when you were adopted into his clan?
Is that something I should know?
You could say that. Race Ulnare means 6 actions. The core of Mandalorian life. Speaking the language is a big one. I could teach you, if you're up for it.
Learning a new language sounds like a lot of work I don't get paid for.
Guess we'd better move on then. That friend I said you reminded me of? Got a holo call from him. Turns out Cordan heard about us taking down G-Cone on Terrace. Sent me an invitation.
He didn't draw a line in the sand, I hope.
Over G-Cone? No. He'd have done the same as us. Said he's hunting big game. Offered to let me in on it. Plan to take him up on that. Wanted to let you know. Won't be long.
See you when I see you, Torian.
Catch you later.
How was it?
Amazing. Met Cordan and half my unit on Duxon. Good hunting. Bomas and Mars mostly. Jagger bagged a Zakeg. Lucky Jare.
Zakeg?
Behemoth. Like a tank with a temper. Caught it under the chin with a concussion missile. Took 2. Got a few more stories to tell. Can't ask for much else. Back to hunting prey on 2 legs. Right.
Got a few minutes? Maybe you could give me a few pointers on my pistol technique.
Doesn't hurt to get some practice in.
Won't take long, I promise. Because actually, I just wanted to show off. I've got a new shot, and I can't wait for you to see it. In fact, I'm sort of looking forward to seeing it in action myself. So what do you think?
You're getting pretty good.
Thanks. Let's move. I kinda want to shoot something now.
Your digs ain't much to look at. At least it's roomy. What do you do for fun in this dump?
Mostly, I throw loudmouth ingrates out the airlock.
My kind of entertainment. When we gonna play around?
Housebreaking you is gonna be a real challenge.
Ain't been broken, ain't gonna be.
Glad to see you both made it back okay. That is the last time I let you go off without a chaperone.
Looks like I'm grounded. Be back on the hunt?
I think it's safe to proceed.
One of Tormund's lackeys forwarded a star chart to a system called Voss. The place isn't even on most maps yet. There's a lot of scuttlebutt about Voss's discovery on the HoloNet, but it's pretty far-fetched stuff even for spacer superstition. The astrogation computer's updated and ready to go when you are.
You got crummy taste in company. Had enough with that skinny broad and the little twerp trying to walk tall. And I don't get how that squeaking thing in the belly-aching dandy ain't become target practice yet. How'd a hard case like you get tangled up with such a bunch of dainties?
Just lucky, I guess.
Yeah, lucky. None of your tag-alongs would have lasted 2 minutes with any of my crowd.
I can't picture you as a people person.
Sitting around by myself. Ain't much of a party. Had a good thing going back on Coruscant. The Empire shook that place up real good. No law. Just unclaimed turf. and millions of dregs clawed at each other for the scraps. One big round-the-clock brawl. Shame it didn't last.
The Republic sent in the troops?
Pecking order got sorted out, gangs formed, party ended. Still, turf wars were fun. My gang was top of the pack. Black Sun were killers to the core. Not like those lazy, stinking huts. Wonder what they've been doing since I got nabbed. Gotta go find me something to break.
Been working on a new shot. Something I picked up watching you. Want to check it out?
Let's see it.
Think it'd be best to try it in a real firefight. Let's get to work. The sooner we're moving, the sooner you can see me in action.
So, what do you know about Hilo Viz?
I've heard the name. She was some big-time spacer, wasn't she?
You could put it that way if you're partial to understatement. She broke the Mandalorian blockade at the Hydian Way. You know, the one that strangled Coruscant and dashed a full-scale Jedi assault. And it wasn't out of the goodness of her heart, either. Credits were involved. A lot of them.
I bet more than a few people would be willing to pay to have a word with her.
That'd be difficult to deliver, considering she's dead. Anyone asking about Hilo isn't looking for a chat. Most think the Hutts were behind Hilo's disappearance, but anyone who knew her could tell you they'd have better odds winning a marathon. No, she's still out there. Somewhere.
Not to mention her credits.
Oh, that isn't exactly the case. Hilo was my old partner. More than that. That blockade run was the last thing we ever did together. Like I said, a lot of credits were involved. When I saw the opportunity, I took off and left Hilo holding the bag. Stupid.
You double-crossed your own girlfriend?
Technically, she wasn't my girlfriend when I double-crossed her. I was young and naive and maybe a little afraid of commitment. I didn't know what I lost until it was gone. Listen, I found out that an old associate from that blockade run is still around and kicking, a mutual acquaintance. I owe Hilo one last visit. If he knows where she's been laying low all this time, I've got to track him down.
Go ahead, Blizz.
Chica Hooper. Una lista cianaga ci kaspeina kontinka. Da husula ki he shatan kuka duima bana.
I appreciate the gesture.
Tomjen babi yasa rubaksi bati aloko. Chesko yaskia cianaga. Bumpa kontinka. Magusa no pachonki fa kutagioto India.
What makes them irreplaceable?
Flipa nega tweety, hey, poka tonko, wana wanga. Tunta zuza nerko, hikata loya, okata uzazul.
Just try not to get your hopes up, all right?
Hikna panga. Chaponka utman gisa, chapod I kafuan chawa.